Otherwise, it will be deterrent to.
That is the concept, if I may use the concept of outlier by Malcolm Gladwell. If you are the best in your field, in the office, for example, you have the right to demand for something.
Right, right.
Now, if your employer, your boss cannot give what you asked for, maybe you can bargain for something, not really in terms of money, but maybe you can ask for a flexible time.
Right.
You can ask a day off in a week or an hour in a day to be able to pursue something outside your
Right.
job.
It's like a sort of like you can actually create a leverage
That's right.
because you are producing and you are the best.
That's right.
And if he doesn't agree, and then you can just leave the company.
That's
because
right.
he doesn't agree. Okay, now how did you get this kind of thinking? Where, for example, way back as early as elementary or high school, what type of student were you?
Well, I was an ordinary student. In a
Ordinary
way,
means how many failing grades did you have?
failing grades. Ordinary student for me would mean I'm good at copying. I'm good at copying.
Really?
And, doing things creatively, no, to be able to pass, no, not just in terms of maximizing learning, but the purpose of just passing.
Right.
There are a lot of ways you can do.
Was there ever a point that you actually were caught in the act of cheating?
As I have told you, I'm very good at copying, or
And you are very creative.
creative in doing it. So, luckily, no. Well, I was raised from a family of teachers.
And you are cheating.
And I know how teachers, work inside the classroom.
Right. So you know exactly what to do, so you not be caught. Okay.
It's something like that. But as
Ordinary.
being raised up now as an ordinary student, I graduated with the traditional mindset that I have to apply for work, I have to be an employee, and it took me around 5 to 6 years to be able to do that. But I have big dreams. No, I started my family early. Then later
How
on,
early?
as early as 21 years old.
Okay.
So
Oh, no, okay. How does it feel now? You have a family, and you're kind of trying to pursue one thing. Is it not hard?
is it quite difficult? All the failures I have had and my wife in starting a family early, actually, all of these things sort of contributed to a desire to be able to break out from that payday to payday thing and making both ends meet. So there was a point when my wife told me, you've got to do something about it. Mamasunurin naman tayo, di ba?
What was the tone of the voice? What was the tone? Was it sweet?
It was more of
A threat or
threat rather than a challenge.
a command?
Or else, something like that.
And you followed him. You followed her.
Masunurin naman tayo. So there's got to be a way for you to be able to increase your income.
What does she do, by the way?
She stays at the house. She was a former OFW. So she's a
she's taking
performing
care.
artist, and then the age took a toll on her already, so she did not come back. No,
Yeah, it's your fault.
my fault. It was a plan. So I told her, sabi ko, you better stay here and let's try to maximize the opportunity here. So that's actually the reason why she keeps on telling me and pressuring me. Sabi niya, akala ko everything will be okay. So because there's a need to be able to increase your income, but you are working 8 hours a day. So what I did is I started learning things outside my work. And I asked myself, if there's going to be a business that I can pursue without leaving my present job, and that does not require so much capital, I think the business model that I can pursue are the existing businesses, like real estate, insurance, social enterprise or network marketing business. You have lower risk, but the possible return is high. So I started learning about selling real estate. Before, if I get to see foreclosed houses, walang idea na pumapasok sa akin eh. But when I get to find out that you can earn and make money out of foreclosed properties, I started doing it.
Right.
And then I licensed myself as an insurance agent, and I practiced what I do inside my work, which is training outside my business.
Right, right. So it's like sort of like working around what is available, right?
That's right.
So you no longer have to, or you don't have to leave your job at the moment, and at the same time you can earn extra.
Exactly.
Okay, so how does it how hard is it or easy is it to be able to do those things at the same time?
Actually, I think the source of difficulty is no longer an issue if once your mindset has been programmed to pursue these things. No, when I started doing this, of course, it's not an easy thing, but as a trainer myself, being able to practice the discipline of learning
Right, right.
and doing what you teach has become a kind of discipline. And one thing I did is I learned from the experts in these different
Right.
businesses. No, I learned from the best realtor.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from
How do you get to these people? I mean, you're learning from them. How do you get to them? Do you talk to them one on one? Do you attend the seminar?
I
Do you read
attend
their books?
seminars. I read books, but I think the major partnership, no, came when you personally approach a person and tell that person, "Can you help me do this business? Can you help me? Can you teach me how to do this business and make money out of it?"
Right.
For example,
Was there a point that that person said no? At least one person said no.
I think nobody would say no, because one thing I discovered, successful people would really want to share their expertise,
Right.
and would really want people to learn from what they know and the blessings they receive. This is part, I think, of their
So this
passion.
is not this is not the typical mindset of a person saying that that one is successful. Maybe I cannot learn from him because he doesn't have the time. So this is the exact opposite of what you're telling
That's
us
right.
now.
That's right. The inhibitions that you have in approaching these people actually are just part of the negative mindset that you have had
Oh
before.
yeah.
So once you introduce yourself to them and they find out that you are interested to pursue their business,
Mhm.
they would be more than willing. They would be more than willing to share their expertise, their secrets. Actually, as you have said, no, success is obvious in your book. Their business models, their trade secrets,
They are
will
very much willing to
willing
let
to-
the words out.
to share to you.
Okay. So I'm going to pause for a commercial break, and then when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, our guest will definitely join us. If you have some questions, you have the numbers down the screen, and then you can just text us, ladies and gentlemen. For sure, these people will be happy to answer your questions. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Creative Business with Lloyd Luna. I've always been wondering, is it about the size that will make you win in a fight? Because on Sunday, this is basically one question that we need to answer, and I'll tell you what, it will not be about the size. It will be about one person, one boxer beating himself. So it's the only way. If you're able to beat yourself, make the performance that you've ever, the best that you can ever do, and then it will make you win. So for both fighters, I personally believe it's about beating yourself. So beat yourself. No, I mean don't punch yourself. It's nonsense. But punch the other guy. But you need to bring out the very very best in you. Just like these two guests that we have for today. It's amazing how they are able to create a certain business model out of the traditional and ordinary. So let's talk about your business models, events, and training. Okay, which one do you think is harder?
Of course, I would say it's actually similar in nature, although events would require more of logistics, more of coordination, more of partnership with other providers. In training, you can even do it yourself.
Right.